Hang on a second here. Alright, so this is basically just going to be a little art stream doing some stuff. Hang on a moment, I should have made sure to, hang on a second. I'm pulling this up on mobile so that I can easily view the chat and whatnot, and, well, yeah. Just gonna post that there so that the, stuff will be like, hang on. Alright, just wanted to make sure that the stuff would be visible on screen before anybody actually started talking, just to be sure. So, yeah, if you were not aware or around for it or whatever, I was around, over the weekend and, well, okay, Friday and Saturday, I streamed some of, my friend's visual novel, Beyond the Uncanny Valley. And I felt compelled to try making some fan art of this because I did on my own time and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I don't have a lot of ideas to go on with. Don't mind me just checking the viewer list because mobile's not showing it yet. And yeah, and I don't have many great ideas like on me, but I'm gonna be sure to, like, I'll be taking chat suggestions also. Ignore Discord for a second. I was just, if it's even viewable, okay, it's not good. I was just checking on something because I wanted to have easy access to stuff. Alright, so still waiting on mobile to get its act together before I can actually, like, do anything. There we go. Hi, Autumn. Yeah. Or, well, it showed up on mobile, it hasn't showed up on the, oh, I gotta keep that up as well. Hang on, let me check something. Alright, say something real quick. And, also, I was planning to have, like, background music of some kind. Hooray, I wasn't paying attention. I was just not sure if, I had to keep the chat thing on screen in order for it to actually, like, stay updated. But, yeah. Alright, I need you to say something again. I'm just, like, I know it's taking a while, but I just want to make sure that this is, working. And see if, like, seeing if just the chat updates, like, yeah. Alright, so, I'm guessing that worked. So, yeah, because I don't have the, I have the thing minimized, and, yeah. It seemed like it wasn't auto-updating, so yeah. Alright, so I guess this means I can get started and whatnot. Alright. I already forgot if I said this, but, like, I plan to just have random background music on in the background, but, something about copyright. I mean, I wasn't going to have, like, real music, or, like, it was going to be, like, game music or something, but, nah, it's not a huge deal. So my first instinct was to draw Mizuki, and just give me a second to find the thing. Most of the characters have their stuff in this other server I'm in that was posted. It's for the card game that everybody's working on, and that's where I go to grab my references, so yeah. And I'm all for, like, taking suggestions from the chat in some way. So, oh, and while I'm at it, yeah, I could look in the game files, but that would be the sensible thing to do. Yeah. And also, I know there's not actually any art being done here yet, but I was going through the BTUV server the other day, and I gotta check something. Just something I noticed. Let me pull it up because it's on my phone. I was in the BTUV server just looking at past messages, and I wanted to just throw it out there. I saw let me just find get it here. Also, wait a second. Oh, great, the chat wasn't updating. I was right. Hang on. I swear I'm going to get to this eventually. It's just... yeah. So I found this. This is supposed to be other artwork of Shun, yeah. And I don't know. I just maybe it's just because I'm not seeing it in that great detail, but I honestly think this looked a lot better than the oh, excuse that real quick. Freaking yeah. I honestly think the hair looks a lot more detailed there for some reason. Just my opinion. It's not that big a deal. But point is, I think it's good. Yeah. Fucking. Sorry, I'm just trying to manage everything here. It's taking its time. If you mean it didn't have any temp art at the time, then yeah, I get that, because yeah, because the other artwork of the character's dad, that had shading on the hair, but this was, I just assume you mean, like, at the time. Alright, so I could do just a simple drawing. I figured it would be, I would have gone for something weird or more detailed or whatever, but it's not that important, I guess. So I guess let's just do that. I'm probably not going to have a lot to say, but, like, okay, actually, yeah, I don't have as much room to work with as I thought I did. Let's get rid of that. And resize it by 200, I guess. Or, it doesn't matter, just 150. Yeah. I guess that can just go there. And, alright. So yeah, I'm not going to have a lot to talk about at all, so if this ends up being a super boring stream, then, like, well, one, like, no surprise there, but I don't know. I can talk about whatever, basically. Yeah. Actually, I think I always end up drawing characters, like, facing to the left. I think I'll try the right, just to be different. I don't know why I always instinctively, like, just Control Z when I can just erase the bad part if I mess up. Oh, you're shiny hunting again? Ooh, what for? Oh, Dwebble? Nice. I assume this is an X and Y. I don't see why it wouldn't be, because, you know, you have whores and whatnot. Whores! Yes, that's what I meant to say. Oh, also, Sandshrew? That's cool. For the record, those not in the know, she got a shiny Hobbit the other day, and that was a big deal, and I did a drawing about it, which, I could pull up just to show it, but that would take extra time, except actually I could just do this. Oh, it's an Oris? Nice. So yeah, that's what I did for that. I think I might post this on Twitter at a point. I realized that there's that whole, like, Cutie Saturday thing, and I figured that would fit well for it. But it was on a... I did that on, like, I think it was on Sunday, but yeah. And then I just forget to do that. That'd be pretty funny. Okay. And so, yeah, I'll just start with, like, framework and stuff. The other day, oh, actually, yeah, it was while I was working on that, I was, like, trying to remember how I did framework for, like, some art that I did on another thing, and I just could not remember for the life of me, like, how I did it. And I was trying to, like, look it up, but I was just forgetting all the terms. It was so dumb. I think the chest and head look a bit, like, the head looks a little bit big here. I'm not sure about that. Although, hello, Rainbow. Welcome to Boredom, the stream, the movie, the game. Yeah. I don't know. The head and chest look a bit... I can't really tell here. Because it looks a bit weird to me, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, that definitely looks a little bit too big now that I look at it. I could probably just... Well... I could probably just scale it down. I mean, I know that makes things look weird, but it's not like I'm gonna be... It's not like I'm not gonna just use the line tool over this once I get it all laid out anyway. Yeah. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that definitely looks a bit better. I'll stick with that. And actually, let me move it up a bit so that I have a bit more space. And I'll move this along with it. Without cutting your legs off, preferably. You only want to cut your legs off when you're talking to short people. I'd explain that reference, but no. Hi, Alex. I was about to say something, and then I just forgot it. Go me. This is gonna haunt me for the rest of, like, I don't know. That's fine. You deleted my thoughts. Oh. For a second, I thought this was referring to, like, something on Discord for whatever reason. No, don't erase that just yet. Or the wrong layer for that. Okay, I remember now. I noticed that the layers image and the colors thing aren't getting picked up by OBS because they're different windows, but there wasn't an option for that, and plus it would probably just put, like, more stress on the thing, so... it's... take it or leave it. Yes, I'm using a mouse. I don't have a tablet. My sister does, but I don't remember what the deal is with that. I think it's something like either it doesn't work or she doesn't know where the pen is, but I'm pretty sure I saw it at a point. I don't know. Point is, I'm using a mouse. I've been using a mouse pretty much for all my drawings that I do digitally. I've just gotten used to it. It's like, alright, here I have an idea as to what I want to do for, like, arm poses, but I don't know. I'm not great at some things. Like, sometimes, like, I feel like I worry way too much about, like, the framework of things, and, like, even then, like, I'll do the framework, then in a new layer I'll do, like, the drawing, or, like, just the free-handed, like, features and whatnot. And, losing my train of thought here, excuse me. I've got, well, yeah, but then I do the base drawing, and then I worry relentlessly about how that looks, but like I always forget that, oh hey, it's not like it's going to look exactly like that in the finished product, so. And I don't, full disclosure, I don't fully remember offhand what like all frames are supposed to look like, so with this like bottom segment here, like, I don't know, that's just what works for me, I guess. Yeah, I could use references, but I don't want to be, like, having a billion tabs open and, like, just jumbling between those, getting confused, and all that good stuff, if you catch my cold. Oh no, I quoted that guy. Whatever. Hmm. Yeah, actually, I can just... Yeah, I think that might work a bit better, maybe? If I catch your football, yeah. I'm calling it right here. I feel like that's going to be one of those... Oh, excuse me. Football! Of course, the one time I try to do it, I can't. Uh, Nah, that's probably a bit too tall. I don't have photographic memory of every single detail in the game, but I don't think Mizuki was all that tall, so try to aim for... Pancreas. Actually, I'm picking up on something with this. It's like the bottom segment here looks more like it's facing straight as opposed to the right somewhat, and that was finagling my something. 5'6". Okay, that's small because it's shorter than me, and everybody shorter than me is like the size of like a dust mote. But yeah. Blah 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 blah. No, it's too big of an eraser. Just do that, I guess. Now, what if I move this here? Or rotate it a bit, and then move it there. Actually, let's do this. Hmm. You know, just undo all that, I guess. Yeah, that's good. Now what if I move that connecting segment to like there or something? That looks slightly odd. Actually, let's just get this out of the way real quick, because I think it's throwing me off. But let's just make this simple. Why is okay. Sometimes I just won't realize when I have something selected, and it's fun. Too long. That looks about right for length, style. And just for, no, don't do that. Actually, what if I made that smaller? Because it looked probably just as big as the, like almost just as wide as the other thing. So I think that was kind of messing me up there. You know, just erase some stuff. And size, fiddle with that. Okay. You have a suggestion? Alright, let me hear it. No, I'm not going to draw a penis. Una playing table tennis? Huh, nice. Yeah, I can do that. What if I drew her in, like, an actual, like, tennis player outfit? That'd be pretty or something. Let me just get something. Okay, because what I wanted to do for her arms, I wanted to have her, like, yeah. Oh, I was going to have, like, the table tennis, like, the tennis outfit thing, just as a joke, but, yeah, that could work. Yeah, I was going to draw her with her arms out and folded and stuff. Or, well, not folded, her hands, fingers folded, something. And, okay, that works. Draw joints of some variety. She's self-conscious of showing too much of her body, I see. Alright. I will keep this in mind. Hopefully. I, don't really know what I'd do, but, like, Yeah. Like, I know the legs aren't fully done yet, but... Okay, hang on. I drew the... Do these arms look too long? And, like, I think it might just be from perspective, but, like, the, first... Thank you, school. Shut up. Not school. I don't know why I said that. I think I looked at something in the chat, and, yeah. My point is... I think it's because of perspective, but, like, the arm here looks a bit too long. Actually, aren't these just in a separate layer? Yes, I did. I'll think of something out, but I don't know. Let's rotate these a bit. Yeah. I don't know if maybe I placed the joints too low or something. I don't know. Maybe I can just erase a bit off of them and do that or something. Now that looks awkward. Like, hang on a second. Maybe if I make it more clear that, like, no eraser. Why did it still think I clicked the eraser? Like, I don't know. Does that look awkward? Like, I feel like the only reason it might look awkward is because the legs aren't fully done, as I said, but I don't know. Actually, I thought of something different. I kind of want to, like, rotate the head a bit to have it, like, leaning upward. Because I wanted this to be kind of like a cute pose. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And on that topic, kind of want to make this leg not look as bent. It seems okay? Alright. I hate when it thinks it freaking... Okay, hang on. Alright. Maybe I'll keep that in mind, maybe I won't. Okay. Alright, okay, and, actually the, shoulder on this looks a bit, like, broad or something. I don't know. Let me see if I can just mess around with that real quick. I wouldn't want to mess it up, because that's what I almost said. Let's just... Okay, that's good. I think I can just merge these now. And I'll move it up a bit just to give myself a little bit more room to work with, if it'll let me. Okay. Now with legs, I don't know. I'll just draw them in a similar way to how I already had them going in. And if they look too long, well then I'll just do that. Or, like, rescale them or something. Yeah, they're already starting to look a bit too long. And another thing, like with this leg, I was also noticing that it's bent a little bit too much to look like it's being viewed straight from the center. So let's see if I can freaking select the right tool. God, ugh. Okay, that looks just weird. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Granted, they're still too long, but that's not something that I can just fix relatively easily. Hope you all are enjoying the nice daily dosage of dead silence. And I kind of wanted to have her, like, standing on, like, tippy toes for some reason. Like, I don't know, I just thought it would work well with, like, the arm pose. And, like, a lot of people struggle with drawing hands. I am, like, okay, I'm not good with hands either, but I am so terrible with drawing feet. You have no idea. Or just shoes in general, I guess. Let's just have them, okay. Okay, yeah, that looks a little bit too big. I don't offhand remember Mizuki's age either, but for some reason, just, I think it might be with how she looks, I keep, like, I know that she's probably like 17 or something, like 16 maybe, but like, I don't know, it's like, something. I don't know. 17, okay. Keep on wanting to draw her as like 13 or 14. Like, I keep on thinking she's like around that age because of the design for some reason. And like, I keep on wanting to draw her in that way, but no. Like, I don't know. What if I tried that end first? Or I could just try like the ellipses tool or some crap like that. Nah, I'll just stick to the brush. They're a bit more cutesily drawn than like anime art. Like, yeah, I feel like they look a bit more, it's like they're a lot more simplistic looking, I think, but I don't know. It's not that that's a bad thing, but yeah. I mean, they do, like, they're supposed to, like, look cute, I guess, in that sense, and, I mean, I do think that, but, yeah. Just readjusting the height while it's on my mind. Okay, well, now that looks a bit short. At the same time, nah, that looks fine, I think. I'm still gonna just struggle with getting the feet done. Like, if I was doing this just normally, I could probably do it just fine. But Now, I always have to make things more complicated than necessary, all for the sake of alleged cuteness. It's like with some of my drawings. I know when I excuse me, when I show them with friends, a lot of people, like, I know they seem to like them, but I don't really know if they call them cute a lot of the time, which is kind of a problem when that's sort of what you try to aim for at times when drawing certain people or characters, something, I don't know. Now what if I just move that up? Yeah, actually that looks not half bad, I think. Maybe. Yeah, that looks fine there. Get rid of that. Ignore any background voices. That's my sister and her boyfriend. I doubt they're all that visible, but they're in the next room over. So, yeah. It's one downside of frickin'... My sister, she used to, like, her room used to be the one next to me, then she moved to a different room, and now she's moving back in. So, fun times. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know. Alright, so how does that look? Like, just for feet and size in general, because I think this is starting to come together rather nicely. I'll just need to throw in the hand shapes in a second. And also, there's not a lot of, like, lag or anything, is there? That looks good? Alright, cool. Like, it doesn't really seem to lag all that much, but I've had bad issues with it, like, in the past, so it's just a concern of mine often. Now let's copy that just in case. Put it in a new tab. Put it there, I guess. Opacity, because I feel it's necessary. I don't know. I can already kind of tell that the whole, like, drawing freaking the folded fingers bit is going to be wonderful to try and achieve, but, you know. this angle, I should probably just erase a bit off of that. So I can put that there. Maybe if I just erase the frames for the fingers real quick, I can get rid of this and add a little bit back to that. No, don't erase, please. I don't even know why I need to worry about fingers just yet. It's not a big deal. Because the framework for this, I think, is pretty much done, except what would this look like if I... just had that going in at a different angle because it looked kind of odd having that one line just right there. Okay. I'm just checking mobile again. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. So let's merge that. Alright, done with that framework. So, new layer, lower opacity. Well, actually, should probably give these a bit of like because I have like dimension in the chest and whatnot. Let's add it to the arms just so that I can. Actually, I should probably do that in a new layer because then I might try to erase the frame of the arms, and then it'll just look weird. Okay, no, it won't look weird. It'll just be needlessly difficult. Without trying to make her wrists like way too thin, which I feel like is kind of starting to happen. Yeah, that's definitely starting to happen. Yeah, that looks weird. Yeah, screw it, I'll just stick to... Alright. What's in that layer? Nothing. Erase that layer anyway, even though there's nothing in it. I was just leaning back a bit. If I'm significantly less audible now, I don't know. Alright, so now's the part where I feel like I'm probably gonna make the most... I'm gonna have to make the most amount of, like... I'm gonna have to constantly backtrack, and it'll be fun. Yeah, not a lot to really say. So, how many shiny encounters are you on? If you're still even here. Like, hang on a sec. Okay. 100 dwebble? I see. So now you just need 301 more, and then you'll probably get what you're after. Because every single shiny ever has been encountered after 401. And, alright, I'll put that there. Oh, individual stuff? I see. If they didn't have Horde stuff in Oris, then I don't remember. Was there some sort of thing where it's like, hey, this is, like, something that makes you more likely to encounter shinies? Because I didn't really pay a lot of attention to, like, the post-game of that game in particular and whatnot. Oh, they're hordes, but not a dwebble? I see. Oh yeah, the Dex nav exists. I forgot about that. I'm assuming this is in, like, the desert. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be, considering that's where you get Sandshrew normally, but, yeah. Alright. No, don't do that. Hmm. something about the shoulder, or like the left shoulder here, looks a bit weird. Yeah, does something look off about that so far? I feel like it kind of does. I don't know why I have to, like, every time I do that, I have to ask for, like, validation of freaking chat, but, you know, since when have I ever been confident in anything I've ever done? Well, actually, let's erase that bit. Oh geez, now that looked even weirder. I think it might just be something with like the size, like I don't know. I feel like it's, I don't know. Her arms aren't that small. I think it's just I don't know. Like it doesn't look too terribly weird, but I don't know. And I think people are home now. Excuse me for a minute. All right, pardon that. Uh, yeah. I guess I could add in like the shirt details, perhaps. Well, actually, I'll do that in a second. Yeah, with the other arm there, that's starting to look a bit more like, I think it looks a bit better. Actually, well, let me erase the hand details real quick. I don't know. Kind of almost looks like one of the, it's like the right arm. It kind of looks like one of the arms is bigger than the other, but, I don't know. No, don't do that. Just erase a little bit more. All right. No. Yes. Hmm. Actually, I thought I messed up for a moment, but let's erase that little bit right there. Now let's do that again. Huh. Because, like, for one, the legs look a bit too thin, but at the same time, even though I was trying to get it to, like, look not that centered, because this looks like she has her leg bent in that way. Actually, let me... no. I really do wish it was possible to, like, simply, like, resize a selection by a certain percentage, as opposed to just a certain, like, instead of just the whole thing, basically. Hang on, I'm trying to get this. Crop that, and flip it horizontally. Select it, do that. No, copy. Don't do that either. Actually, I can just leave that in its own layer, and yeah. Now, erase that leg real quick. And move it over here, I guess. Actually, no. If I want to rotate it, then I better just... yeah. Sorry if I'm not really talking that much. It's just, it's not really a lot to say. Yeah. I'd probably, like, I don't know. Some things are probably well suited, or better suited to be, like, done with, like, multiple people, but you're probably busy with whoever. And, like, I don't know. Even then, it's not like there's that much to say about just this. Actually, let's try to make that look a little bit thicker, I guess. It's like, yeah. I mean, I made the rest of her body quite thin, but that's whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I think that actually, let me get rid of that. Okay. Merge it down, and then add a little bit more, because I don't want her to look like she's sagging her pants or something. And merge that down as well. I've been drawing a lot, like, more than, I think like, I don't know. I've just been drawing a whole lot more, and I feel like I'm getting better at drawing humans in general. I'd like to, like, define my art style a bit more, but I feel like that'll just have to come with time. And let's see this real quick. It's like stuff like that one simple. Well, actually, that one rosary drawing, that was just the more simple style. Like I showed it to you the other day, and I'm fairly certain you'd seen it before. But my point is, kind of want to do more in like that style, but yeah. And again, I think was starting to have problems with looking to center bent, as it were. So, as it were is just one of those phrases that I say all the time, despite not like fully understanding what it means. Even though I've looked it up, I'm just forgetting it all the time. But I don't know. Also, like I'm gonna go back and add more detail to like the clothes, but I feel like I keep on trying to. It's like with the amount of like leg detail, it almost looks like she's wearing tights when like that's not supposed to be the case. Let's yeah, give that another bit there. And well, they are well-fitted jeans, but like I don't know. Even with like most like I feel like in most cases, well, actually, yeah, I guess you're right. I just felt like it was not really like, because even with most well-fitted jeans, at least in my case, like unless she is specifically wearing like skinny jeans, then then I don't think they are supposed to like perfectly follow every single like curve of her legs and whatnot. So I don't know. But if they are supposed to be skinny jeans, well then I guess that's just that then. Let me see. Okay. Oh, they are kind of like skinny jeans? Okay. But, like, I don't know, this particular way I drew them, something about it looks awkward. Oh, hang on. I think it's because it looks, jeggings. It's still a terrible name for a thing. Like, yeah. But yeah, I get your point. Let me just have that, if it will let me. I think my problem here is that I made the thighs, like, the exact same like, size as the knees. It's kind of a, no, don't do that. Like, no, don't do that either. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Yeah, I'm trying to not make it. I'm trying to not make it like that, you know, because that'd just be questionable. But, like, I don't, like, otherwise it just looked, like, really weird, and it doesn't make it look, like, it looks way too centered, like, if I had it completely flat like I did. So it needed to be done. I don't know. Yeah, I almost apologized for that. One habit I've picked up a lot recently is fucking, like, I say sorry for way too many things now, and I'm trying to, like, not do that. Like, I imagine that gets really annoying for a lot of people. Thick ankles! Uh... Hmm. No. Maybe if I make that a little more, like, down-faced. But yeah, other than that, I think that this is probably as close to that as I'm gonna get. Yep. So now time for pain. I don't think there's any sort of reference for this anywhere, but if she wears any specific type of shoes, like, I assume they'd just be like sneakers or slip-ons, but that's pretty much how I draw everybody. If it doesn't matter, or it's like if it's not specified in any way, then I'll just draw like slip. Yeah. Um. Trainers. Like, I've heard of that term, and I sort of get the idea. I believe it's just kind of like running shoes. So yeah, I see. Oh, sneakers. Okay, yeah, I got the idea. I figured you meant, like, just regular Nike running shoes. It's fine. Either way, though, this is going to be somewhat difficult. And, like, I got the feet relatively easy on, like, your hop-hip drawing, but, like, that's because I had a reference for that, and, I don't here, but, yeah. I think my voice might be starting to break up, which is odd because I haven't even been going for that long. I've been streaming for about, an hour and 17 minutes, apparently. Clearly, I'll just look it up on my phone. Excuse me. And yelling through the wall. I was able to find a reference. Give me a second. Looking up references, it's always fun, except it's not fun. Okay, I think I got an idea as to what I'm doing now. No, don't do that. Hmm. Actually, let me make a little addition to the frame here. Blah, 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 blah. Let's make that like. Wrong layer, yay. Because the way I've been doing it here almost looked like she was wearing some type of, like, really weird boots or something. Like, yeah, that looks odd. No, stop it. Let's just start over with that. Huh. This is just getting stupid. Like, I don't think there's a way I can draw these that doesn't look awkward right now. Maybe I'll get it eventually, but okay, no. I really wish people in the background would stop. Okay, I think I got it. Sort of. Kind of want to give her some, like, visible sock. Alright, I think I got it a little bit better, but still, that doesn't really look like... Oh, you can't hear them, that's cool. But, yeah. Because, like, not only am I afraid that it's audible, but, like, it's just kind of annoying. But, yeah, it's like, it's supposed to be her on her tiptoes, but, like, this looks more like she's wearing some sort of weird, like, high-top sneaker. Like... Hmm. Okay, I think I sort of understand what I'm doing wrong. So, like, I know that you did streams of, like, making the music and whatnot, but did you ever do streaming of, like, making the art for your characters? Just out of curiosity. No? Stop. Blah. I need to look up a different reference. You didn't? I see. I was just curious. Mm. Did you ever stream anything other than or like anything BTUV related, rather than just the music? That's fine. I was just curious. And for the record, how long have you been working on this, like, just the game, writing the story? Or, like, rather, when did you have, when was when did you have the first, like, main idea to do this? And, like, when did it start, like, development, I guess? Because I know that... Oh, 2014. Uh, oh my god, I think I might have it. Oh my god, I got it. Granted, this looks a little bit more like socks than shoes, but let me just... Let me just see if I can replicate this real quick on the other shoe before I start, like, getting ahead of myself. It was different? Like, okay, if you don't mind, like, if it's not too much to elaborate on, then, I don't know. Maybe you can just go into greater detail later on if it's, a lot to unpack. Ah, I see. That's actually a pretty neat idea. Alright. No huge deal. I mean, it's not like I have a whole lot to talk about, so... maybe just don't have that there, and just try to. Oh, you're going back? Oh, alright. If you don't want to use up data or something, then it's fine. It's not like you're missing a whole lot. I'll probably, but if you do leave again, you'll probably freaking, like, you'll probably leave, and when you come back, like, I'll still be trying to get this to work right. Oh, you do? Nice. I have no idea how much, with how my data plan works, I get 4 gigs a month, or at least 4 gigs of high-speed data. It's unlimited overall, and sometimes. Alrighty, well, I mean, if you find this interesting, well, for one thing, how, and for two, then that's fine. And what's weird is that, like, the automated, like, text messages and whatnot, they don't say 4 gigs, they specifically say, like, 4,096 megabytes, and I don't know why, I just think that's fun. And, like, I don't know. I usually like to just listen to random stuff and videos while driving. Like, it's not like I'm obviously on my phone or anything, but still. And I like to do that while going to the store. That's what I did yesterday, because I did go to the store. Speaking of which, I was originally going to stream this last night, but, like, I hadn't gotten around to going to the store, and that was something I wanted to do today because, yeah. And, like, I don't know. Oh, well, it's like when I said, how do you find this interesting? I mean, like, yeah, those are reasonable things, but, like, I don't know. It's not like I still feel like it's not that interesting when I basically have nothing to say. Well, it's, okay. Like, I know that's not exactly 4 gigabytes, but, like, it's, like, whatever. Like, and I, like, try to conserve it to the point, well, I generally like to, like, just conserve it to where it's like if I use more than 1 gigabyte, like, I try to only use, like, 1 gig per week. It refills on, like, the 3rd of every month. Okay, then it's, like, very close to, like, 4.1, but it's close enough. Like, But yeah, I generally like to have them when Kibby, Mebby, and Gibby. I've never heard of those. Those are cute terms, I guess. I don't know. And before I'm like called an idiot and stuff by people who aren't going to watch this. I don't know. Is that good enough? Actually, yeah, I think I finally got it. Only took me like 20 minutes. Like, geez. And I'm still like on the. Granted, this is still probably like the longest part of it, but still, I generally like I don't know. But like with this, I I want to try and make this look as good as possible. Like I want to do shading and all that in the kitchen sink. I don't know. And so I believe that was okay now. Okay. Still look a bit too much like socks, but actually, I have a different idea. Maybe instead of like sneakers, I could have them be like actual socks, and she's just like inside because like well actually like like I've heard this before, but I don't remember it directly offhand. But like in Japanese culture, people don't generally wear shoes inside or socks or anything. Like, aren't they usually barefoot? In that case, I should probably look up a thing for that. And like, I could have the background. I could have like the background thing be her room. Plimsolls? I've never heard of those. Let me look them up. Oh, they're those. Okay. I think we usually call those like, or at least I do. I pretty much call them just like slip-ons. But like, yeah, I've heard that wearing shoes inside is like a pretty much America only thing. But like sometimes, and like I don't really like most of my life I never really wore shoes inside because I didn't want to get stuff dirty, even though I didn't really get my shoes dirty all that often. But like I don't know, like I'm wearing shoes right now, but that's just because like I was out of the house earlier today and doing stuff, and I don't know. Like I could take them off, but I don't want to. My feet usually get like I have this thing where like my feet always get really cold, and I don't know why. But yeah, I think if she was just wearing like socks, that'd look a bit. I think I might draw her like wearing socks instead of shoes because I mean that's what these kind of look like, and they're a bit cuter. However, in that case, I should probably not have it be such a straight line here because it's not like her foot is just, yeah. Yeah, I getcha. Pretty much my IRL best friend, uh, like he told me about this because he was born in like Japan because of just where one of his parents was stationed, or something like that. I don't know. Either that or like he was on vacation. I don't even remember if either of his parents are in the military. I don't think they are. and they had this table that was like a typical Japanese table that you like sit on your knees at. Oh, the stream keeps cutting out. Oh, that's well, actually, I should probably type in the chat. All right, see you later. And in case you didn't, just in case you didn't hear that. Yeah. His parents had this table that was like, a typical Japanese table that you'd like sit around on your legs. Like, I'm sure most of you'd probably get the idea, but like, I still feel the need to explain it. For a second, I thought I just got a notification on something. That looked a bit too much like the end of a shoe as opposed to like a toe marking. Let me see. Actually, let me add a little bit more, or well, just add like that, and do I even really need to have like her skin showing or something? Like, I don't know, I think I'll just leave it as is for the time being, like, but I'm still just gonna fiddle around with the shapes a bit more because more crap that is totally worth worrying about. And actually, I don't need that still open. It also just occurred to me I should save in just a bit because the other day, specifically with the Hobbit drawing, I got pretty far good of the way into it, and then my computer froze, and I hadn't saved, and Paint.net doesn't have a restore feature, so I lost all my work, and it was just kind of a sad time. I mean, actually, I alluded to that in the other, like, I alluded to that in the second of the streams, but yeah, that was not particularly fun, and I kind of lost all my motivation to do anything after that happened, which is why I streamed, because, like, on Friday, I was in a really bad mood, and then I streamed, and that put me in a better mood, so that was fun. Uh, Alright, I think I finally got the, I think I'm finally pleased with how the socks look. Maybe. Let me just kind of rub this out a bit. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so now I guess I can add some more details to, like, the shirt and whatnot. So I can just add, like, well, no, don't erase. Just add, like, I guess that one won't really be as visible. Just put that there. Let's see that. Okay, now that looks a bit too, like, pronounced, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Guess it doesn't really need to be on that side. Increase it just a bit. Well, actually, before I forget, add the sleeve, except I just put that on the wrong layer. Alright, now erase, maybe. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Let's add it to this side then. If I, why do I keep thinking I select the thing and then I just don't? Now that kind of looks odd, but I don't exactly know how, though. Like, I don't really know how to put it. Like, I don't know, something about it looks weird, but I can't put my finger on exactly what. Maybe add a bit there, even though I already did that and it looked odd then. Keep that, and actually let's make this one not as, like, far out there. Let's erase. A little better. Let's see how this looks. still not looking... Actually... Let me, I think I know what the problem is. I think I put it a little bit too low. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Let me just... no, don't do that. Erase some more. I'm just at the point where I'm starting to, like, confuse bits of dirt on the screen for other things. But yeah, I think that's starting to get good. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's merge it. Should I even bother doing the hands? I don't want to even start with those yet. Actually, yeah, let's do the face and the hair. If I can. Okay. Just making sure I'm, like, on track here. Actually, yeah, that looked pretty good. Let me make a separate layer for the hair. Not really a whole lot to say about this. Although, I'm getting the idea that, like... Actually, let me just add... Actually, no, that looks nice. Cut. Cut. And, yeah. I could move it down a bit, but... I don't know. Just add little marks for the eyes. No, don't save it. Although, actually, I did mean to save, so let me just save it. Alright. I'll just put little markings for the eyes. This isn't how they're actually going to look. Actually, I should have added like an extra line for the thing. Or when making the framework. I might just use like the ellipsis tool thing for, well, okay, no, I got it now. Okay, that's a good way to start, I think. Let's have that bit go behind that. Although she does have pretty long hair, so. Nah, that's looking not that great. Just getting resituated. Like, this looks pretty good so far, but I feel like it's, or like the hair rather, like it looks pretty good, but it kind of feels like it's missing something, but I have no idea what. I also might alter the head shape because it looks a bit weird, like she's chewing on something. Yeah, I'd say that looks a bit better. Mm-hmm. It's like I know, according to like the artwork and whatnot, she keeps all her hair like behind her. Yeah. it seemed like based on this, that it went down to around, let's say around this length. So let's have it. Actually, yeah. Just have that straight in that sense. Alright, now let's see how this looks like without the head stuff. Actually, let's leave that bit of eye there because, yeah. Actually, and I want to have it end at a different point. Yeah, actually, let me. Okay. It's because with the way I had it end, it looked like it was a part of the sleeve, which I don't really want. But yeah, this is looking pretty cute, I think, so far. Actually, I want to make sure that, like, because even though I wanted her to be more facing to the right, I wanted the face to be relatively center in a way. So give me a second here. Not crazy about that. And what if I copy and okay, maybe perfectly like round eyes aren't the best way to go about it. Yeah, these are looking not great. Now, just playing guitar, that might be audible. Gotta check stuff. Actually, now that I think about it, no, I don't really like this either. I don't know what I can do that I'll probably end up being satisfied with, but I need to decide on something. Actually, yeah, let me try the ellipsis tool. Or just the ellipse tool, rather. I don't know why I always say ellipses, but force of habit, I guess. It's not even that big of a deal. Let me move that down a bit. Yeah, I think that's better. Just for the heck of it, let me. Well, yeah, I'm fine with the shape. I'm just not sure what I'll do regarding like pupils and whatnot. Now we move on to freaking the hands. Let me just make sure I got all the layering right. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours, 11 minutes. Joy. Alright. How do I want to go about this? Really hoping Autumn gets back soon. She at least is like the one person on Earth who would be able to tolerate this. Actually, let me see. Ignore that, that was just me looking at references. Because otherwise I would probably have absolutely no idea how I'd go about this. Didn't mean to delete that. Obviously, it's not like I'd planned on getting rid of all of the progress I'd made so far. That's not going to line up well with the hand. You know what, no, let's just, that's not going to go well. And let's get rid of that hand shape also. I'm just trying to look up more references real quick. Alright, I think I might have it. Maybe. I hope. Hmm. That... Not quite, but that's close, I think. Maybe. Hmm. I think I might have it, maybe? Well, I mean, okay. I was originally going to have them have 4 fingers, but yeah, maybe screw that just a little bit, because, like, I don't know, I'm getting close. Actually, I want to save, because I've spent a long time on this, and yeah. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, very, very close. I just want to make the thumb of the other hand a little more pronounced, and maybe... Uh, okay, I think I got that. Okay, let me just fix this where okay, I think I got that. So with that, I believe the framework is basically done. Just let me, well, no, let's not go there just yet. No, I didn't mean to save that, but I mean, I'm done with the fingers, so it doesn't hurt. Just trying to get the pupil placement right. All I can say is it's funny that, like, I said, like, I said, oh, when you come back, if she even comes back, that, like, I'd probably still be working on the feet, but hey, at least I was wrong. Also, I didn't mean to click outside the window there. So let's erase some of the centered bits of that. If I can, maybe. Nah. Let me just add typical anime shading thing. Maybe. I don't know. Just making a few miscellaneous tweaks here and there at this point. How long have I been streaming at this point? It's only been 2 minutes, or no, 2 hours, 34 minutes. It's, yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I will do the second drawing in this. I don't even know if I'd stream doing that drawing, honestly. if I did do it, it'd probably be on my own time or in a completely different stream. And I just realized something I wanted to fix a while back but didn't was the shirt collar here. If I may. Okay, I think that's pretty good for what I wanted to do. Now then, I guess I can get rid of the framework layer, turn down the opacity on this, new layer, and now we're gonna add some lines to this B. And something I'm trying this time. Usually I liked to use size 2, but recently I noticed like I felt a lot of the lines were becoming too thick and that made things look very, like, I don't know what. So this time I'm trying to go for rather thin ones. There's not really a lot to say about this part of the process of, yeah. case you can't tell, I've basically completely run out of stuff to talk about. Yeah. So now that I get a chance to see it, collar here looks like the position of it looked a bit off. It just didn't take. I didn't realize it at first. That's all. Mm-hmm. No, don't do that. Now, there are some situations where, like, I feel like it's better to use the pencil tool, albeit they're kind of rare. But when you have to do very precise work like this, I feel like it works a bit better. You just have to really, like, be careful with what you're doing. Thankfully, I think I'm noticing like a bit of lag with my PC, so it's a bit merciful. I mean, bits of this are, like, I don't know. This drawing is turning out, I feel like it's turning out very nice so far, although I'm very bored, and I wish Autumn was still here, but it's fine. She's, yeah, I don't know. Or rather, I wish anybody was still here. So how's that look? This looks a bit thinner than I would like. Alright, that's, it wasn't as hard as I figured it would be, but yeah. No. Actually, let's do that. Yay, you're back. Hopefully things will not be as boring, but yeah, basically what you missed was, I got the feet done. Yeah, hi. So here is what it looks like currently. I got the feet done, got the hands done, face, hair, all that jazz, and now I'm putting lines on it, but this is how it looks at the moment. I think it's going pretty well. So good that, like, fucking finally something to talk about, because I feel like I've been basically dead silent the entire time. Wait, her hair is longer than that? Because, like, just for the record, in case you didn't see it, like, it ends there, and I noticed that it ended, like, it seemed like it ended around here, so, yeah. Also, did you forget that, like, you can't do strike-throughs with the two tilde marks? But, yeah. I could make it longer. Give me a sec. Oh, it's supposed to be around the navel. Well, then why'd you put two tilde marks here? Because it didn't show up for me on the chat here. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Actually, I'll just go ahead and erase this here. Well, I get you. But otherwise, like, aside from that, it's good, right? Thanks. I'm glad you like it. Meme zucchini, yes. But yeah, Autumn, since you weren't here to hear me say it, the Yuna drawing, I don't think I'm going to be doing that in this stream. I feel like, okay, well, let me check here real quick. The stream has been going on for, almost, like, just short of 3 hours, and, like, I don't know. I am still probably going to do that drawing because I like doing art for people and just in general. Also, Yuna's my waifu. But, just, I don't think it's going to be anything, like, right this second. Just so you know, it's not that big a deal. Oh, alright. I wasn't paying attention just there. Actually, what if I made it a bit smaller? Actually, nah, I don't really care for that. And just ignore the very loud music. That's courtesy of my dad. And let's make a new layer just for this other eye, so that I don't have to do a lot of, like, erasing. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Uh, oh, hi. Uh, welcome. You are currently witnessing a whole lot of absolutely nothing, but who knows, maybe it'll be fun. Just putting the last few touches on this bit of line work. Let me see, this is just the, okay, yeah, it's just that. Yeah. Uh, let's see, is there anything else that I missed? Nope, doesn't appear to be the case. So I can now get rid of this, and now we get to color, because yes, and as I said, I do plan on doing just shading. It's probably going to take a while, but yeah, it'll be something, perhaps. But what? Lit veins vibrating and stuff. Fun times. Oh, right. It's apparently supposed to be black. I think it looks a bit better. It's like a dark-ish gray. It's just me, though. Let's do the skin color, I suppose. Hey, welcome back. Just getting to the coloring bits. And, yeah. Uh, it's just acting weird. Actually, felt kind of odd with that skin tone. I just made it a little bit lighter. And because I meant to do it, scroll up, over here, there. Actually, I'd kind of like to, let's see if I can darken the lines a little bit, if I can, maybe. Yeah, I think that might be pretty good. The heck? Okay, for a second it felt like there was like a bug or something on me. I don't know why the magic wand tool is being odd here. I think it might have something to do with the fact that I tried to use thin lines. Yeah, that's probably it. Mm. And even though it wouldn't really go with the rest of her outfit, actually now that I think about it, I kind of want to change the shade of purple here. I feel like it'd look better if it were a bit more pinkish, maybe. I just figured it'd be cute. And I'd still see if I can get it to be mostly purple, but just something a little lighter, I guess. Actually, I think I might try to do like stripy socks. I've tried to do stripy things before, and it didn't really work out all that well, but I'll give it an honest attempt here. For instance, the shirt on the Hoppip drawing. I don't feel like I did the stripiness all that well. Now, there was a point where it looked way worse than it did in the finished product, but I was like, you know what, no, this does not look all that great. I'm gonna redo some of it. Yeah, actually, they look fine enough with these thin stripes. Yeah, they're fine. Oh, that's something I'll need to fix in just a moment. Now this just looks kind of weird. Like, I wanted the eyes to have color, but like, I don't know. Like, should I have whites in the eyes, or like, just have the whole eyes be blue like the drawing? Like, 'cause I can't really do the white bit all that well. Actually, let me try that again. Actually, yeah, that looks alright. Yeah, I think I like that better. So yeah, I'd say that's good for the, um, oh, you set up all your cables? Nice. So this means you'll be able to, like, play games in your room and stuff? Because, if so, I sure am looking forward to being able to play all those Switch games that I don't have. It'll be fun, super fun. But yeah, that's great. And I just realized I feel like that sounded slightly sarcastic, but it wasn't supposed to. But yeah, I think that's basically all the coloring I wanted to do out of the way. Now, shading, assuming I actually wanted to do this. Alright, let's go. Oh, you have a second screen now, nice. I could be using, like, a second display, but I just don't. I don't have any particular reason as to why, but I just don't. Well, that's cool. Okay. See ya. Well, you're not leaving, but still. Trying to pull up an image real quick. Just on my phone. Something for shading. Where is it at? I know it's around here. It's just something to help with, like, shading, I guess. Whatever. Starting to get hungry. Like, I have almonds here, but still. What the shit? Okay, that was weird. Welcome back. I'm just doing a little bit of shading. I imagine this drawing and this stream won't be too much longer before they're done with, just so you know. It's probably just going to take a while making sure I got all the details out with the shading, because I use the Gaussian, I'm not really sure how you pronounce that, but the, alright, I'll be joining you too. Frickin' the Gaussian blur tool to shade, which, like, it looks authentic, but it, sometimes spreads over in places. And this looks pretty fine as is, I think, but, like, I don't know. Oh, it's Gaussian, gotcha. It's like I knew that, but I didn't know it was pronounced in the same way. I figured it was just spelled the same. Also, crap, that's on the wrong layer. As well as all the face shading, great. Give me a sec. Alright. But yeah, I gotta say, the stream has been pretty, like, it's been long and not that interesting, but I mean, it's been pretty fun. I just, like, even if you were pretty much the only person who watched it for, like, a good majority of it. Man, it looks a bit odd. Alright, I think that's that. Now, let's blur it. Now I try to, and this is what I meant, like, it spreads sometimes with the Gaussian blur tool, it, like, causes the shading to, like, spread outside of the outline, and it looks really, well, yeah, it just looks ugly. But, yeah, thanks. I like how this has turned out for the most part. Honestly, actually, let me see this real quick. What do you mean? Like, those were ones that I just designed myself. Like, freaking, I thought they looked nice. Uh, yeah, I think that this kind of looks better without shading, but I don't know. It feels more complete in a sense. Oh, okay. I thought. No, I get you. But yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm just trying to decide if I want to keep this with or without shading. Because, like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't improve it by that much. Oh, something I forgot about. I wanted to have her just arbitrarily blushing, and, I don't know. There's a point that a friend pointed out, where it's like, a lot of things just randomly, like, everything that's drawn needs to be blushing nowadays, and, like, I agree with that, and I feel like it's somewhat overdone, but, you know, I thought it would be cute, because that's kind of the point of this whole drawing, it's supposed to be cute. Actually, let's... Now, there's multiple ways to go about drawing blushing. Like, you can usually just have it be this. Other people have, like, the, red line, like, this type of thing. I think I've seen people, like, combine them. Like, actually, let's do a little experiment, as it were. Let's add some blur to that layer. And that's how it looks. It's pretty good. Okay, keep that there. And let's see how it looks with, just a few added lines. And it looks not really all that much different, except now it just looks a little bit more red as opposed to pink. I think I prefer the pink way. Let's just get rid of these. Edit. No motion blur. This isn't supposed to be some sort of funny joke, or meme, or something. Although I should clearly just add totally unnecessary motion blur. It'll be funny. Alright, I think that's good. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, jokes, they don't exist. Well, of course, how could I forget? So yeah, just, no shading. I'm not that crazy for it. So I remove this. And let's just get it down to size. Let's give that a little more. Alright. Actually, real quick, let me, oh no, let's go back and save that as a ping. Remember to like, subscribe, for more epic art, yeah! Even though I don't know if this will go on YouTube, but still. Alright, save that version as the ping, and get all the layers back. Hang on, it's not quite done yet. But yeah, thank you. a lot. It's really kind. But yeah, I'll save this as the ping, or the PDN rather. But yeah, hang on. No. So yeah, that is, there's the finished product. It only took me about 3 minutes, 44 hours. Yeah, it's, but you know, it's just something I wanted to do. I thought it would be enjoyable, and, kinda was. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thanks to anyone who showed up, even though I know it was extremely boring. I don't know if this is gonna go on YouTube, but, yeah, if I do, it'll probably be sped up, because I think it would be the smart thing to do. Alright, so that's been that. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.